Jeffrey is surely gonna impress her now. Okay, what should I say? Okay. Don't screw this up, Jeffrey. He walks over to her. He taps her on her shoulder. She turns around and instantly looks at him in disgust. And she walks away. Oh, you've messed up again, Jeffrey. Adonis. Adonis has a charming, charismatic effect on people. You can't help but just like him instantly. Why is this? You look at Adonis from head to toe, and that's when you realize. I remember being a bit younger, maybe age 17, and getting introduced to this girl in this party. She was polite for like, you know, a minute. Oh yeah, so what do you study? And then just slumped her shoulders, seemed bored by my answers to her questions, and, you know, my questions to her, just kind of turned around and pretty much ignored me for the rest of the night and, you know, didn't even really look at me. For a long time, I felt like I never really got a fair chance with people. It felt like perhaps my first impression that was coming across wasn't very positive for some reason, and I couldn't figure out why. I was like, well, you know, I'm really funny, and I've been going to the gym now. Like, well, why aren't people taking me seriously? That was the kind of problem I was experiencing a while ago, and now it feels like I get the benefit of the doubt. Now it feels like people like me without really knowing me. Where I'm in right now is an Airbnb in London, and when I booked this place, the woman who, you know, her profile, it shows like she owns this place, she messaged me saying, oh, like her brother will come, like, let me in and show me around, and I was with my girl as well. We get the Uber to the building, you know, with all our suitcases. We're stood outside, and I see this guy walk up, and he just instantly knows it was me, even though there was other people around. And literally the first thing that he said to me was, he said his sister's name, I won't say the name, but he said like, oh yeah, my sister said that you're really attractive. Come on, I'll show you in. One of the first things he said to me, just randomly, with a massive smile on his face and already seeming like warm and receptive to me, was like, his sister had told him that I was attractive because I had his sister, the Airbnb host, on WhatsApp, and on WhatsApp, I'll show you my WhatsApp picture. It's like a picture of me shirtless stood next to my girl. It gives me a sense of like pre-selection. There's 7 key reasons why people dislike you immediately, and the strategy to overcome this is to present a great first impression. The first reason and the worst reason why someone will dislike you straight away, bro, if you're a victim to this, you need to change. Literally, you need to stop watching the video. Even if it's bad for my YouTube AdSense revenue, whatever, retention rate or some shit, you need to stop the video and fix this problem right now. The first reason why people dislike you immediately is because of poor hygiene. If you have long, dirty fingernails, oh, fuck me, bro. You can be as ugly as you want, bro, honestly. You can be as ugly as you want. You can be fat, you can be skinny, you can have like shitty hair, whatever, bro. If you stink, that's a violation. That is a violation of everyone else's human rights next to you. If you stink, you need to fix that shit immediately, and then you need to like up your hygiene and make sure like your hair doesn't look greasy, and then put in some extra time to make sure that your hygiene isn't just acceptable, but actually really good. Bro, you don't want a girl who's attracted to you up until she smells you or she notices something about you which just looks unclean, and that turns her off. That's like the worst reason to ever turn a girl off. The second reason why people might dislike you straight away, and this one's kind of harsh, but it is true. It's your physique. It's your aesthetic. It's how you look. It's your body shape. If you have the body of a man who is lazy, people can't help but not to respect you. As much as there's this fat positive, everyone's beautiful movement, the thing is, like, the majority of people don't have much respect for a fat person or a really skinny guy, because it just shows that you lack the discipline to improve that part of yourself. The specific way to improve this is to build your aesthetic body. And I've got a program linked in the description for that if you're interested. The third reason why people dislike you immediately, which is somewhat similar to the first 2 reasons, is your clothes and your fashion style, especially if those clothes are dirty, stained, creased, or smell. You can see a lot of this comes back to that primal shit of like, do you stink, bro? If you stink, we need to fix that. I'm not trying to be offensive, bro. We need to fix that ASAP. Take a moment right now to just visualize yourself as a girl. You know, you're just a normal girl. You get 100 matches on Tinder a day. You get 500 DM, you know what I mean? And then see you come up and approach her and just notice what you're wearing. Is it attractive? Is it unattractive? Does it look fashionable? Have you spent some time improving your clothing? This is something, I'll be totally honest, that I haven't spent too much time on, and I've never really cared about fashion much. But just a few months ago, for one of the first times in my life, I spent like a lot of money on clothes. I spent £500, literally. I don't usually ever spend money, like £500 isn't a crazy amount for a lot of people. It is for me because I'm used to buying stuff pre-owned. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I literally bought like trainers and shirts and hoodies and even pants and shit pre-owned, bro. So for the first time, just a few months ago, I budgeted £500 that I would spend on a new pair of trainers that didn't have a hole in them and a couple of like gym outfits. Wearing that has gotten me so many more compliments from other people. The fourth reason why you might feel like you're not really getting a fair chance with someone, and you know, they seem to dislike you straight away, is weird social mannerisms. And this one's quite a hurtful one for me to mention, and especially, I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna sound like an awful person for this. I do media meetups with my boys quite often. So I'll announce I'm in this city, I'm in this country, come and meet me boys, let's go like chill and go in the park or like do some push-ups or some shit for a while. Usually around 20% of the guys who come to my meetups have like weird social mannerisms to the point that it's very hard to connect with them. And I don't say this to be offensive, I'd say this because we're here to improve. But essentially what I mean by weird social mannerisms is like they don't act normal. Perhaps it's like fleeting eye contact or just no eye contact at all, and they're talking to you whilst like looking away, or just constantly like touching their face when they speak to you and like hiding their mouth or some shit. And of course that's like, it's kind of messed up why we have these things. Generally if someone's got like this weird social mannerism, it's because they've been conditioned in that way, punished or rewarded by their parents. But it is something that you will be judged on. Do you seem normal in social situations? You don't have to be like this amazingly social guy who's really loud and confident and extroverted. You don't have to be like that. You can still maintain your style. But do you just seem weird? Do you make people feel like a little bit uncomfortable? Just ask yourself that question. It takes a lot of humility, but perhaps this could be what you're missing out on right now. And I don't blame you. Honestly, if this is what you're experiencing, you feel kind of weird next to other people, I don't blame you, because in the modern day, bro, like social skills are so fucked up, aren't they? Everyone's spending all their social life just online. And so when you do meet in person, it's like you're not really used to that. Like when I meet someone who's got weird social mannerisms, I know for 100% certainty that that person doesn't play any kind of physical sport and that they don't have like physical friends. Being like nerds on the computer, and even if you're working on something productive, it's like that's awesome, you're working on something nice, but that will fuck up your social mannerisms. You need to go and do some kind of physical sports where other guys are like wrestling you, pushing you, throwing a ball at you or something, and that like it just opens up your body so much more. Anyone who hasn't done some kind of physical training just appears like odd in his body. It's like he doesn't know the controls on like how to move properly. Another reason why people might dislike you straight away, and you might not even realize this, you don't seem happy and you don't really smile. A lot of guys think that they're supposed to be this kind of sigma male who's like proper serious, and I see these cringe videos pop up on YouTube where you're supposed to like be rejecting of other people and you're supposed to pretend like you don't care about them. Bro, I tried this. I'm telling you right now, right? This is what I used to do to try and impress women. If there was a girl that I wanted to hook up with, like, some cute girl in the gym or some shit, or she'd be walking past, instead of looking at her, holding eye contact and smiling and, going to speak to her, I would pretend I wasn't looking at her and just pull like this like fuckboy face, like looking away, like I would be doing fucking cringe, bro. I would literally, like in the club, I see the girl that I really want to get, I just walk past her. Just look at people, bro. Look at someone, acknowledge their existence and smile. And the second part of this is don't restrain your laughter. It is so sad seeing someone in a social situation hiding their laughter behind their hand, or like, trying to like downplay it. Do you think the king would hide his laughter? Imagine the most powerful man of all of society, the king. Would he hide his laughter behind his hand? Would he like just like giggle underneath his breath? No. The king would literally be sat back with his like bulging stomach because he's just ate a large part of the boar, and he'd be laughing with like full he'd be laughing with like that was such a stupid laugh. He'd be laughing with like full intensity. He wouldn't be like hiding it behind his hand, man. And the final reason why I can think of why someone might dislike you straight away, you might be coming across as fake. And I'm not sure if this is applicable to a lot of people, but I found people in customer service roles really have this. When I checked in to a hotel that I was staying in a couple of weeks ago, the receptionist there, like, I couldn't help but dislike her, even though she was being like polite to me. I couldn't help it because she just had like this fake, like Sneeko would call them bots. Like, she had this like bot personality where like she wasn't even a real person. She was just following the script of like her employers put onto her. She wasn't a bad person and I wasn't rude to her or anything, but I couldn't help but like not be able to relate or respect her because of that kind of personality that she had, where you have to like hide your real personality because you don't really think it's appropriate. We've went over 7 reasons why people might dislike you straight away. You might be sat here thinking, wait, that's too much. I'm not going to change myself. Why would I change so much about myself just to make people like me? Is it really a lot to tell you like, oh yeah, by the way, bro, just maybe just smell your armpits and just see if you like the smell? Like, is it so much to tell you? Yeah, like brush your teeth twice a day, bro. Like, wear clean clothes that don't have stains on them. I don't want to be condescending, but like a lot of like other guys have this energy where they're like, oh well, I'm not going to change anything about myself. Oh, I don't care about anyone else. I don't care if people view me. I don't care what people think about me. I don't care about other people's opinions. I hear that so much in this modern day. So many guys will say this. Maybe you've said this before, like, oh well, I don't care about other people's opinions. That doesn't make sense. That's not a human thing to say. We are tribal creatures. I might be one of the first people you've ever heard say this, especially of like influencers on YouTube, say this. I might be the first person to say this. I care what other people think of me. I care. That doesn't mean I'm weak. That doesn't mean that I'm like any, insult. It means that I'm human and I'm in touch with this natural part, like this natural evolutionary trait inside of me where we care what our tribe thinks of us. Of course we do. We care what our tribe thinks. That's how we were able to get to this advanced civilization stage. And since you understand this, since you understand that, yeah, like it is a normal thing to care what people think about us, it should be an area of your self-improvement. To think like, shit, like why am I not getting a fair chance with some people? Why was there that one person who seemed to just dislike me straight away? And if there was just one person, maybe it's just them. But if you're consistently meeting people who don't really seem happy, like that happy to meet you, perhaps it's you. And we should take the responsibility for this instead of complaining and putting the responsibility on other people and saying, oh, it's them, I don't care about what they think. And I just think, yeah, fuck it. Like, I want a better life. I want people to like me. I want more friends. I want more girls. Fuck it. I'll improve this part of me. There's a mindset that you should hold, which is very empowering. And I gave this to my friend Sam, who really was experiencing some of these things that we talked about today. What I told him was just this piece of advice. Present your best self to the world. When you step foot out of your room, present your best self to the world. Take 2 minutes to look at yourself in the mirror, do your hair, make sure there's nothing in your teeth or in your nose, clean up your face, make sure there's no like random like just shit on your face. Present your best self to the world because you never know who you're gonna meet. Imagine if the one day you go out and you stink, it was the day you were gonna meet like the girl that you were gonna end up dating, bro. Imagine, bro. Imagine the day that you were like, fate would have aligned for you to go and meet the girl of your dreams and you just stank that day, bro. Oh man, come on, bro. Do it for you, bro. Click and watch this video right now. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah.